I suppose if you span it over the last 35 to 40 years, breaking in, starting young thoroughbreds, I would probably say 6,000 or 7,000. That's a bit of a stab in the dark, probably more. I was approached by a couple of breeders if I'd be interested in breaking some young thoroughbreds in for them. And so I did that to start with back in the early 80s, and for sort of 8 to 9 years did that before I was asked to train some horses. Had a lot of success, trained 500 odd winners. I trained racehorses for 33 years consecutively, but at the same time was running a breaking in business. Many years ago, I broke in a filly, and it was called Makybe Diva, and she ended up being a superstar.
She's a wonderful mare. What a champion, Makybe Diva.
She was the smallest, but she was the strongest. A heart and lung capacity I've never seen on a horse that age. She won 6 of her first 7 starts, and they set her for the Melbourne Cup the following year, and the rest is history. She won 3 in a row. The Cox Plate is the best race in the country.
And they're all taking off at the 550-metre mark.
Every horse in the race is a multiple Group 1 winner. The way she just got away on those other superstar horses was mind-boggling.
On Makybe Diva, she's the champ. She wins the Cox Plate.
Within the same couple of years of each other, I did Typhoon Tracy, I did All Silent, and at one point, All Silent was classed the world's best sprinter, and Makybe Diva was the world's best stayer. I got to admit, my business boomed for about 3 or 4 years after that. I was asked to come and join the Thetford Farm team with Tim Miller at the helm. I've been down here a year now. We've got a really good lot of well-bred thoroughbred yearlings coming through. Going on out here, buddy, so just keep an eye on it. A thoroughbred yearling, when it comes to be broken in, is anywhere from 16 to 19 months of age. First thing you've got to do is get in their mind. You've got to understand them. They're not all the same. You can't do everything the same way. They're not like starting a racing car engine and turning it on and getting in it and going fast. The big thing with thoroughbreds is repetition. They have an attention span of about 15 to 20 minutes, tops. After that, they've had enough, you've lost them, you've got to start over. In a 30-day period, they're worked with for 20 days. They go from being mouthed up, introduced to the gear, to being ridden. They are slowly transgressing from the small round yard to the big round yard, to the outside track, and then to the starting gates. 1, 2, 3. There's a hell of a lot that we've got to get into that young horse's mind, and that's where the mindful connection between the handler and the horse becomes very important. We were lucky enough this year to be introduced to Ladbrokes Racing Club, and through that introduction and association, we've luckily been given 2 yearlings to break in. First one was a Zusane filly out of a mare called Equimotion that came up from the Melbourne sale. We've just completed her early program of 30-odd days. She's gone from being quite a nervy little flighty filly to being very relaxed about everything. She's put her faith in us to go along with the process, and that's allowed her to really relax and develop. She picks up on a lesson very quickly and is a nice filly. And then the second one we've been given is a Written Tycoon colt out of Irish Rose that came out of the Inglis Easter sale. He's very like his father, albeit a smaller version. He's got a bit of attitude, which is not a bad thing. His mindset's very good, so he's a nice young horse. The thrill and the satisfaction you get out of the lessons you're giving are being learnt, and I get a lot of pride in that.